Here. Yeah, that's fine. I appreciate you.
I love that. I love the suit. No, I like that green. My wife dressed me. Behind a great man is a great woman. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. I love it. No problem.
And mine too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you get it on TV or pass.
All right. Wait for my cue. David, do a 5-second countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. We're here at the Miami Frost Science Museum in Miami, Florida, downtown Miami, before the big game. But we had a huge event today here. It was presented by, it was a DDA Tech Talk, and it was presented by IBM TV. So I'm here representing IBM, but I have Lamarr Houston that actually gave me a minute. They're having a big party right now, and he gave me a minute just to, you know, the panel is one thing, right? The panel is just a couple questions from a couple people, and then, you know, sometimes you want to kind of enhance on what you're already talking about, but also we want to talk directly to the people about certain things. I got to talk to your partner, who I got to see play, you know, Desmond Bryant. So we were talking a little bit about what exactly got him into it. And again, playing football, the difference is a huge difference in terms of, he was talking about how competitive it is, but also is it competitive. It's more like a mental competitive. Even though you need a mental alertness and competitive for football, but the mental is because you have to make quick decisions that involve a lot of money. So to me, when I'm listening to you guys, I was going to let you borrow that line. It's almost like the difference is, one, you have this fast twitch that you have to do for your life, so you can actually protect yourself and protect your body and your health. And the other one's a fast twitch that you have to learn to make sure that you protect your money and your finances, your investment. I'll let you borrow that one. You can keep. Where are you from, though? Where are you at now?
I am based in Miami.
Okay.
I live on South Beach.
Me too. There you go.
I plan on moving to Austin, Texas soon.
Okay.
I've been enjoying it.
Perfect. And when did you get into this? Was it while you were playing, or after with when you got with Desmond?
I got into it after I was done playing. There's just, I mean, when you're playing, there are some people who are capable of doing multiple things like that. I'm not.
Okay.
I was more focused on just football, and now that I'm done with football, I'm focused on it. So I just got into it last year.
All right, so give me a little bit of what your mindset goes into when I'm doing this. And you heard my conversation, my question was about how do we make this sexy? How do we make this where people actually are attracted to it? How do we make it where, and I was asking Desmond, and I would like to know your take on it, how do we make it where, you know, we deal with a lot of nonprofits. I know a lot of the NFL players and NBA players that I know, they all have a nonprofit. I have a nonprofit for children with cancer because I'm a cancer survivor. Everyone has a nonprofit that deals with something that they're passionate about. So how would we put this together where it can maybe help your foundation as well, your nonprofits, while you're doing this? And I think that's the idea. I think is how do we make this so people want to be part of this so they can fund their nonprofit, so they can do more things. And at the same time, I think people will come behind that, right? Support that. So what are your thoughts on that, and what do you think is the future for this? I'm going to let you go. Yeah.
Well, you know, part of our strategy is investing in some disruptive industry, and we are looking for diverse founders in our community to support
Okay.
so we try to look at impact from that. But as far as people being able to fund their foundations to have support, it's very possible if they would like to use their capital as part of the from this group to fund their original charity foundations and stuff. But what we're doing is more education based as far as like, you know, to educate players.
Good. And we talked about that. It was about the program.
Bring them the knowledge of the space and introduce and spark their minds to make them involved. Because right now we're in information from a lot of players who want money and they're so entrepreneurial drive and spirit and they want to invest in a lot of different things like franchising and all these other things. And they're not realizing that it costs so expensive, it costs a lot to keep them afloat. So we just want them to know they can take that same amount of initial investment and can diversify amongst different companies and have a chance of success.
So here's a question. What if somebody doesn't want to learn or wants to support you, right? Like there's certain things that I've learned in television, being a host or being, events that I host and do or speaking events. There's certain things that I love to do, right? And there's things that I don't love to do that I have to do, but then when I find somebody that's really good at that, I let them run with the ball. So now that you guys have become good at it, have become educated on it, have done that, I think that there's a possibility that people maybe don't want to, it's not their thing, and I know because I get to speak at events in the tech world. I usually talk about, the art of sharing your story and things like that to try to, educate people on how to engage an audience, right? But I get to be part of it, but there's things that they talk to me and it's like French to me, right? It doesn't make sense. But maybe there's people that said, you know what, I love you as a player, and now this and that and Desmond, and I love what you two are doing, and you're building the community, you're doing the housing, you're doing this. Okay, I want to be part of it, but I don't want to be interested in this. How do we get that?
That's very, that's not a problem at all. If you are interested in being a part of the group, you're more than welcome to join. You're offering just a support education so you can transparently know what's going on yourself. And we're not opposed to people just joining the group.
Yeah, and trusting you.
And trusting our knowledge, and trusting our processes. That's what we're aiming for. If they want to forego their whole knowledge part, they can do that.
Yeah, I think education is key and knowledge is key, and I was very blessed to have an education at USF in Tampa and 9 degrees, and went into management and went into a lot of things, but I know that there's people that I know I know my lane, and I want to stay in my lane, and I'm very content with my lane. But now that you have a proven record, I still want to support you, and I just think that that's another way of looking at it. I don't know why I thought about it.
And that's one avenue that we do expect to come from us having success in this industry. It's people who just want to be involved in our groups because of the track record we have, not necessarily for the educational piece. So we take a dual look at what we're approaching as far as players, as far as educating them, and also offering a space where they can trust the process of what's going on.
Anything else you want to tell our audience?
It's just be mindful, reach out to someone you love, show you appreciate them, always try to.
Amen. So we are with Lamarr Houston, an ex-NFL player. Now he's into, as a venture capitalism, is that how we call it? And basically trying to support others and help the community at the same time. Again, I'm David Octavio. It's been a blessing to be here, and stay tuned for more interviews. God bless you guys. Cut.
And cut. Perfect.
All right,
That's
picture?
great.
You got a picture?
Yeah,
Thanks so
absolutely.
much. I'm John Bellamini. My company's called Center for the Greater Good. I've been building good companies for 15 years, and I build companies that do profit and purpose.
Yelly, get me
I don't.
Yeah.
You?
Mark Blood. Let me take a picture real quick.
Go ahead, yeah. Please.
Well, I have you here, and then I'll let you.
Mine's here.
I told him.
You work for IBM? Yeah, with
I'm
IBM.
in Southeast.
Oh, cool.
Already. Where you at?
Are you with IBM TV? Oh, yes.
I'm on West Avenue. Oh, Lincoln Road.
Oh, something fell.
Stay in contact, brother. Whatever I can do. I'll share my story. I just didn't want to cry.
Here we go.
Okay, perfect.
3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Can you see my answer?
Oh, yeah.
I'll share my story. Send me a text.
Sure. Hey, everyone. Hey, awesome day. Thank you. I was waiting to
You got a card?
Yeah.
Well, then I got to do something else. I'll come catch you outside. Yeah. Like if you,
I'm a cancel out. So
Are you guys ready? He's walking back over.
a couple TV shows and stuff like that, but then I work with Gary. Gary actually does a lot of
Yeah.
For Toastmasters?
Anything could be involved with the Super Bowl.
I'll live there, so.
Ready? I'll come down. You gotta do something right now.
I'm gonna be everything.
I'll catch you when you're free.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine.
No, I need a chair.
Thank you so
I need a
much.
chair. There you go. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Ed?
Keep doing it.
Watching the bank.
Poor baby, he wants to go home. He's been here all day.
I know, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Which side you want?
One game's 100.
Whatever
favorite
side you don't
side?
have. Okay, all right.
He's like, both sides are